The cooler weather has us looking forward to seeing friends at school, enjoying those fall festivals, and of course those amazing field trips. Field Trip is the pattern for this month's VDC and Clubhouse subscription. In today's sewing tutorial, we'll be creating a classic fall jumper with pleats in the front and the back and tabs at the waist. Let's go ahead and get started. The pattern includes 7 pieces as shown here: the back of the jumper and side back, the front of the jumper and side front, the facing pieces for front and back, and then the under pleat. Prior to our first sewing step, we'll take small clips in towards the curved edges of all of our pieces. Next, we'll grab our 4 pleat underlay pieces. We'll place them right sides together on the front of the jumper and right sides together on the back of the jumper and sew those pleat underlays in place. With the under pleats attached, we're going to take our scissors, take a small horizontal clip from the edge of each piece in towards the point on that tab, and then we're going to actually flip the pleat under and attach both the front and back side pieces. For the next step, we're going to get a really good press on those pleats. What you're going to do is you're going to lay the pleat underlay flat to your ironing board, and then you're going to take those side seams and meet them up in the very middle of the pleat, creating a nice crisp underlay. Once you're satisfied with the placement, you're going to give that a nice good press before moving on to the next step. With your pleats pressed, you'll press all the other seam allowances open in your jumper. Next, we'll pin the back sections to the front and sew the shoulder seams. We'll take the back facing, place it to the front facing, and sew the shoulder seams as well. With the shoulder seams pressed open on the facing, we're going to zigzag or serge the lower raw edge of both the front and the back. Before getting the facing attached to the jumper, we're going to turn our attentions back to the underlay of the pleat. You're going to trim down that seam allowance nice and close on all 4 of them before moving on to the next step. With the pleat seams trimmed down, we're going to grab our facing. We're going to place it right sides together to the jumper. And with that facing side up, we're going to sew around the neck edge and down the left back opening. We're also going to sew around the armhole edge on each side. With the facing attached to the jumper, we'll check both sides. If everything looks to be good, we'll clip and trim in towards the seam allowance. Before attaching the facing, I did serge the left back opening of the jumper from the neck edge to the hem edge, just as a finishing step. To get the jumper turned right side out, we're going to take the back sections and pass them through the shoulder channel to the front. You do want to be a little bit patient at this stage, not to pull your seams. So just take your time and sort of ease the fabric out of that shoulder channel until you get the back turned to the front. Then we'll repeat that on the second side. With the jumper turned right side out, we'll press the armhole edge as well as the neck edge. With our facing pressed, I'm going to run a serge along the right back opening. We'll prepare the tabs as they appear at the front of the jumper by taking our tab section. We'll fold it in half with right sides together, sewing down one end and creating a curve at the opposite side. We'll clip in towards that seam allowance, turn the tab right side out, and give it a press. We'll position the tabs on the front of the jumper and get them basted in place. With our belt tabs basted in place, we'll trim off the excess, then we'll pin our jumper right sides together and sew the side seam. At this point, you will open up that facing, match the underarm seam, and go all the way to the hemline. Let's get those side seams pressed open. At this stage, we have just a few more steps and our project will be complete. The next thing we're going to do is hem the jumper and then we'll sew the center back seam. With the hem sewn, you will want to repress your front and back pleats. From here, you'll place the jumper right sides together and sew the center back seam from the hem to the dot as indicated on the pattern. Let's get the jumper turned right side out, press that seam to the side, and get a quick fit to our doll. Here's a quick fit to our doll over a plaid shirt that I'm working on to complete the look. As we turn her over, you'll notice that it's fitting nicely through the waist and that it's coming together nicely at the neckline as well. So from here, we just have a few more steps, which include adding some decorative buttons to the front of those tabs, a couple of snaps to the back of the jumper, and we'll get those final photographs. As you can see from the photographs, Anne looks adorable in her classic jumper. She's ready for a quick game of hopscotch on the playground or ready to board that bus for her favorite field trip. Creating this pattern was a fun trip down memory lane. Both of my boys attended parochial school, and I always thought the jumpers that the girls wore were adorable. If you have any questions about the construction of the field trip jumper, please list it in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for your time and for watching. I always appreciate you sewing along with me, and I'll see you in the next video.